right, welcome back, everyone. We had a little misinformation earlier. We're good, but we misspoke. Steve Deakin and Catherine Parenteau are playing Deakin and Corinne Carr. Here next, the winner of this match will go on to play Rafa Hewitt and Sarah Ansberry, who, the winner of that match, will then go on to play Pat Smith and Lauren Stratman in our bronze medal match. So we are winding down the bracket here, nearing the end, but we misspoke. Sarah Ansberry and Rafa Hewitt are waiting for the winners of this match. Again, Steve Deakin, Catherine Parenteau playing Dekel Bar and Corinne Carr. I expect an excellent match here coming up. There's nothing but amazing teams going on right now. And I expect every match to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun to say Carr and Bar. Let's start there.
Right?
It's like the Dr. Seuss team. So that's awesome. You know, again, here you've got a matchup where Catherine and Steve are going to want to put the ball down at the feet because, once again, we have a big, tall, aggressive guy on the other side, which is Dekel Bar, and he probably hits his forehand harder than anybody on the tour. So short returns are going to get punished. He is going to be all over the place again. He wants to dictate what's happening in the match, and Corinne is. We've seen her. We saw her at Punta Gorda playing with Adam Stone, setting the table. She has more offense in her game now, so that will be faced with just the precision of Deakin and Parenteau, and it'll be interesting to see which style ends up taking this.
And it's just going to be me, Lauren McLaughlin, along with Dave Fleming for this match. Unfortunately, our third gentleman, Dominic Catalano's fighting a bit of a migraine right now, so he is taking a little break, hoping to get over that. So we certainly hope he is feeling better soon and can rejoin us. We're into the action here. This will be one match to 15.
And why not start with an Ernie for a winner?
Why not? Oh, quick 2 points here for Carr and Bar. No. Deakin not calling a timeout, has dropped his paddle. We had over 1,500 people watching our last match, our winners bracket final. So a big shout out to all you guys watching at home. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this as much as we are.
So Catherine's going to be forcing the issue, bouncing the ball. You're going to see some interesting strategies with Dekel and Corinne. And that's one of them. They actually leave Corinne on the left side and have her sit on her forehand, and it's an effective strategy.
Oh, put a paddle on it. Deakin, good attempt after that massive Ernie from Dekel Bar.
So this is interesting. So everybody at home, they are stacking Dekel to the right side, and so just remember, everything doesn't always have to be the same with the guy standing on the odd side or the odd side.
Looks like they're mixing it up a little.
And I like the idea of mixing it up because it just keeps the team on the other side off balance. I'm always going to drop my third there. Wait, Deckel's there. Now I got to change my mind.
Oh, a third Ernie already. Oh, body shot.
Yep.
And, of course, Steve Deakin and Deckel Bar paired up yesterday.
Yes, they did.
Won our bronze medal in men's doubles. And now friends become enemies.
Yes. How this works.
Of course, this is just one match to 15, everyone. We'll switch ends at 8. And this is to stay alive in the bracket. Loser gets to put their flip-flops on, Dave.
Yes, they do. I get the privilege of losing and coming up to the mic.
I
so
know, at least you had a purpose in your
I
loss,
did.
Dave.
I did. Especially with our boy Dom.
I know. Corinne Carr.
So you can see all of the lobbing, which we've talked about quite a bit here, into the wind. So that's, the direction, and throwing it over the top like that. Beautiful shot. Set up another winner.
Corinne loves, every once in a while, that cross-court lob.
Because you're trying to get it over the left shoulder of the person to your diagonal, and she executed that brilliantly there.
Out to a huge lead here early. 7-1 kind of out of nowhere. Deckel Bar and Corinne Carr got to be feeling pretty good right now, just confidently continuing on, whereas Steve Deakin, Catherine Parenteau, you can see them chatting strategy there. Clearly what they've been doing hasn't been working, so they got to try to make some adjustments here because this train is leaving the station really fast. And we're going to, of course, get a little break as well once we get 8. But, of course, Steve and Catherine trying to hold off that happening for at least a little while here.
They got to get back to what they did against other aggressive male players, drop the ball and look for their opportunity. I mean, we've had Ernie Fest here, and that just gets Deckel going. So that's what I talked about at the beginning. You got this, the big forehand's going to come. If your return is anywhere near where he can get it, he's being aggressive with it. Corinne playing beautifully to round out the team with lobs, with defense sitting on that forehand when they did. They've thrown all the strategy that they wanted at them, switching it up a little bit, and this is an impressive both execution and strategic start, but you got to get to 15.
8-1. Changing ends. Corinne Carr, Deckel Bar on the far side now.
Deakin smiling because he got away with a ball to Corinne that could have pasted him, but Catherine turned on nice counterattack there. So, all right, 1-8. Let's see if Team Canada, both of these players are from Canada, can get it going.
Sounded like a bit of a miss hit from Catherine there. Oh, no. Okay, you don't see that happen very often.
So that's called a Burt when you run in front of your partner for the air quote Ernie. I don't know if I've ever seen someone get hit with it like that hard.
It's hard to not see Bar coming since she's so big. Corinne clearly dialed in.
I just love this strategically. She is dictating it. Deckel's just shrinking the court. It's perfect strategy right now.
The whole stadium just reacted to that.
Wow. There's two things that make people go crazy on points. It's unbelievable defense and balls that hit the net. And we had that on back-to-back shots right there. I mean, the only chance that they're back in that point is if it plopped on the top and then still lost the point.
Oh, Corinne Carr with the ATP. Beautifully placed right in that back corner. And
I mean, this is the Dr. Seuss highlight reel for Carr and Barr. It's there.
The wind is picking up now, Dave.
Yeah.
We can feel it up here in the booth. You can see it in the trees. It is starting to gust now. Same thing happened yesterday. Wasn't too crazy. Got a little crazy and then died down a little. So it is possibly going to start affecting these points just a little bit more, depending where the shot's going to go.
It's interesting. They've been setting up this Corinne on the odd side on defense, primarily, as you see her switching again right there. And it's easier to set up on offense because when you serve, you can put yourselves wherever you want. Here, it requires some movement, but they obviously it's working and they like it.
Just long. Beautiful idea from Carr.
And the wind's a bit to her back, so that definitely pushed. That's why that other lob she hit on that side was so silky, because it's hard to lob with the wind at your back. Just love, I mean, I've said this 7 times, but she only has to sit on her forehand there. Deckel's got the middle, and she's playing it brilliantly.
10-4-1 here in our match to 15. Winner of this match will go on to play Rafa Hewitt and Sarah Ansbury next. That was some wind right there on that return for sure. Held that up from Deakin.
Rare frustration from him as well. That's a fight that Mr. Barr wants every time. You know, we all have heard the kids say, "Come at me, bro." Well, that's what he wants.
Oh, lucked out there. Of course, Deakin and Parenteau have a huge mountain to climb here, being down 13-4. I think, you know, mentally might even be the harder thing to overcome at this point. The frustration mounting every point that doesn't go their way.
So that's 2 good aggressive points they've won in a row after that sort of clunked return in the wind that saw the rare frustration from Deakin. You know, gets 13-7 or something here, and then it gets a little more interesting.
Oh.
This pattern just is destroying them. They got to find, maybe go behind Barr's forehand, believe it or not, and just put a stop to this pattern.
Good effort by Deakin. Oh,
Wow.
Deakin like rolled that down his
I don't know
arm
what
and
part of
threw
that
it.
beautiful green head paddle it hit, but it, because Dekel hit that really hard. Thought the point was over for sure.
Good leave. I think Deakin might have pulled the trigger a little early, a couple shots before that, but
Catherine bailed him
worked out.
Yeah, Catherine bailed him out.
Wow, great job by Deakin and Parenteau staying alive in that point.
And the point started with Corinne thought they called off the change. She ran almost into Dekel's back on the way to the net. And there's that 7th point we were talking about. Okay, maybe it can be 8 or 9 now.
You have to imagine a timeout's coming from Carr and Barr here if this continues. Parenteau's got a couple of those opportunities where Barr's pulling her out wide, which she gets there. She can't get the paddle quite on it the way she needs to. 13-7-1. 2 points away from taking on Rafa Hewitt and Sarah Ansbury next. Wowzers.
I mean, that's defending the hardest hit ball in the game right there. And here they go. Okay, 13-7.
7-13-1. Held him off.
Well, I've hit it 750 miles an hour 11 times in a row, and it keeps coming back. How about one that's half a mile an hour for a drop
He
shot
pulled
winner?
a Devier right
He
there.
did. Beautiful shot by Mr. Barr.
What a rally, though. These are unbelievable points. Caught him up on that right shoulder. A little flick up there.
And that's the difference between if Corinne's dink can bounce, that shot isn't coming. If he can take it out of the air, trouble.
This is
And there it
getting
is. Yep,
very
there's- yeah.
interesting, Dave.
Yep. Now the Engage and Vulcan paddles have suddenly hit the ground on the other side. So,
I mean, it was 13-4,
yep, it was.
and now it's 13-9, and Deakin Parenteau still have the serve when we come back from this timeout. We predicted there was probably one coming from Barr and Carr, as, I mean, they've just been able to come out on top of some amazing rallies, which that just really can fire a player up.
And take the life out of your opponent too. And you know, I talked about how we've got Corinne on the odd side here. She'd won all of the dink battles. She'd kept them low. Missed one, left one just a little high that Deakin took advantage of. So our Barr and Carr thinking about maybe we want to stay out of this now, or maybe they're on to us a little bit. If I'm them, I'm up 4. I wouldn't change my strategy. It'll be interesting to see what they choose to do here.
All right, we're back. 9-13. Deakin and Parenteau serving. Oh.
Corinne caught him. Good timeout.
Ooh. Not me.
Get the ball back with no damage again.
I mean, that's what they needed if they're staying in this.
So they've switched back to having Barr's forehand in the middle, and now their tried and true strategy. They're now questioning it because they're changing. Now they're going back to it.
It is 11-13, Dave.
Yes, it is. The Canadian duo is coming.
Maybe they must have drank a little like maple syrup, which is like Popeye's spinach to them. Holy cow. They have gone on a...
Corinne's just had some unexpected missed forehand
9-point
volleys.
run, Dave.
Yes.
It is tied at 13 now to stay alive. This is... if you're Dekel Barr and Corinne Carr, are you just... How do you mentally come back from that?
Well,
You just lost a 9-point lead, well on your way to cruising through into the next round, and now it's gone.
it's gone. I can tell you that Corinne went to her box and was laughing after whatever they said to her to settle her down. So that's good because her forehand volley is so good, and they went there 3 times in a row and got 3 mistakes. So will Barr and Carr switch back so that the Barr forehand is on that odd side or not? I mean, it's 13 all on a 1, I believe, right here. And
This is.
they're 2 points from a match.
I mean, the match is never over till it's over, but this is unexpected.
There's a Canadian match
If
point.
Deakin and Parenteau pull this off, this will be maybe the best comeback that we have seen of the tournament.
I agree.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Yeah. That an 11-0 run by Steve Deakin and Catherine Parenteau. That was unbelievable, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about when it was 13-4. Can you get 3? You know, get to 7.
I know you're like, come on, just try to get like a couple
Yeah,
points.
like,
Just stay in it.
Scrap it out. Their strategy was working beautifully, and then they won some of those manic points in the middle of that too. Just, you know, Dekel was flying around, smoking the ball. Catherine's digging it out. Steve's digging them out, and you know, when it's 13-10, it's suddenly, oh, this is believable. This is believable. And they couldn't score. And on their side, they never switched to the receiving posture that they tried for whatever reason. I'd love to hear, and I'll talk to them later.
Do you want to go interview them?
Well,
Or
I'm
you're talking
more
about
interested.
Corinne
Yeah,
and-
I'm
and
interested
Deco.
in. Yeah, I
Yes,
would love
yes.
to actually go interview them
Which ones?
with the winners.
Oh, yeah, go. We're
All
going to go. Dom's out, but Dave Fleming, he's rocking it down in the studio. We got to talk to them about that comeback. That was bananas, Bananas. Don't go anywhere, guys, and we'll be back with another amazing match.
All right, everybody, we are back with the Comeback Kids. Okay, let's get right into it. You're trailing 13-4, and I said on the broadcast, well, maybe if they get to 7, this could, you know, get 2 or 3. What were you able to do to come all the way back? Just unbelievable. Tell our viewers.
You know, I told Catherine at like 13-4 down, I said, let's just chip away one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And you know, every point that we got, I kept saying to her, one at a time. And you know, I knew if we cleaned it up a little bit and cut the errors way back, because we started slow again, right?
Yep.
We've been the slowest starting team of this tournament, I think. But at the end of the day, you know, the hardest thing to do for an opponent is to close you out.
Yes.
You know, that's back from my tennis days, right? So I just knew if we kept strong, and I never give up, I think I like our chances.
Right, and I think we kind of stayed in the present moment instead of thinking on this is not going well, you know, it's 13-4, like what are we doing? But we stayed positive, and then we were cheering up. I mean, like every single point that we were making, we were kind of like just a big fifth pump, and we were getting fired up, and that really helped us to come back in the game.
So talk about your defense, because you know, Dekel is a big presence there in the middle of the court. Why were you able to play such good defense against that onslaught coming at you?
I think we were just trying to make one more. Like, we never know what's going to happen. You know, if you hit the ball over the net, you never know what your opponents are going to do. And again, we were just fighting so hard to get to all the balls and just trying to make them play instead of letting them hit winners.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Catherine and I did a great job of bailing each other out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes you leave one up and you're like, oh, and then you save yourself, and that's great. The one strategy I was talking about throughout the broadcast was a choice they made. When they were receiving, they left Corinne on the ad side, and it worked very well for them. What did you do to kind of make that actually work for you? Because you had to score when they were doing that.
Yeah, and I'm very comfortable on that left side. And so when we had even talked about it, when they moved Corinne over, we were kind of salivating, right? Because like it's where I kind of do a lot of my work, and I thought we really exploited it well, and we were able to keep Dekel out of the equation when they moved her over.
So, worked for you, obviously.
Yeah.
Coming up, you've got a match with Rafa Hewitt and Sarah Ansberry. I know as we walked over here to the studio, I believe salivating at the opportunity is what came out of your mouth. So why don't you tell the viewers why you're excited to have this opportunity?
So we're excited because we lost to them earlier. So they're the ones that put us in the back draw, and we're just really excited to get a chance to have a rematch against them.
Yeah, we're hoping
And
for
do better.
We're hoping for a little bit of redemption.
So they, of course, another very aggressive guy in the middle. So what are you going to try and do to overcome that here in this match?
I think we'll
Very
chat about
similar.
it, but I think we're going to pretty much same game plan as before. You know, try to go behind Rafa a little bit. He's having a great tournament.
Yes, he is.
He's playing really well. His hands have improved substantially, and even his dinking. Like, so we're going to have to modify the game plan a tad, and I think we'll be okay, hopefully.
Well, guys, here are the Canadian comeback kids. 11 points in a row at center court here at the Delray Beach Open. Congratulations. Good luck in the next one.
Thank you.
Look forward to calling that one. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Back
guys.
to you.